Yo, what is up guys? AMG here. Welcome back to a new video. Hope you're having an amazing day. In this video, I'm going to be ranking the best clan castle troops that you should be using on defense. So hopefully you guys learned something from this video and I hope you enjoy. Also, if you're new here, feel free to like and subscribe as it really does help the channel. But let's get into it, guys. Okay, so I have these 12 troops right here. These, in my opinion, are the most popular and worthwhile troops to use on defense for your clan castle. Let me know if I missed any, or let me know if there are any underrated ones that I don't have included here. However, I felt like anything else isn't really ideal, or probably shouldn't be taken into consideration as much. Maybe I'm wrong though. Let me know if there's anything else you use once again. But I think these are the 12 best ones you could consider. Maybe the baby dragon should be in here, but I don't know. So let's start off with some of the air troops. As you guys can see, there's a lot of air troops here. Also, sorry about the ads, by the way. There's nothing I could do. But let's start with the air troops. So let's start with the rocket balloon. The rocket balloon is pretty solid. Um, it is problematic sometimes if you're not paying attention. And the reason I say this, okay, no, let's not put it in S, let's put it in A tier. It's problematic if you're not paying attention. For example, if you play your queen close to the clan castle, those rocket balloons rush out and can instantly kill her. So you have to be careful. Rocket balloons are kind of situational and can instantly snipe out your heroes if you're not careful. But overall, they're quite slow once that like fast ability wears off, and they're pretty counterable. So I'm gonna put them in the A tier. I'm also gonna put the regular balloons in A tier. So kind of a similar thing. They're just not as fast at the start as the rocket balloons. Also, they're 5 housing space and not, I believe, 8, which the rocket balloon is. I think. So, yeah, I believe they're solid and should be an A tier. Let me know what you think. Um, let's keep going with the air troops. I'm gonna put the dragons in B tier. They're a lot of housing space. They're pretty tanky, but do have a they're pretty easy to kill overall if you have a right amount of air targeting troops, but you need to make sure that you have air targeting troops, because if you don't, then they're going to just be eating away on your army, right? And the same thing can be said about the super dragons, which I'm going to put them in S tier. um they're very good. They're very tanky. They do a lot of damage, and you can't leave them unaddressed. Okay, you need to have your Eternal Tome ready if they're attacking your army, because they're going to be doing a lot of damage. And they're a huge problem for my Dragon Rider army, because my Dragon Riders don't fight back against Clan Castle troops. So they're a huge problem to me sometimes, but that's why I'm maybe a little bit biased putting them in S. But overall, they're one of the best troops you could use on defense, at least in my opinion. I'm gonna go ahead and put the Ice Hound in A tier. Ice Hound, it's very strong, and I don't have the regular Lava Hound because frankly, there's no point having the regular Lava Hound in your defense if you can use the Ice Hound, because that Ice Hound basically is kind of like an ice golem on air. Once he dies, he freezes everything up, and then those ice pups that he spawns when he dies, they also slow down your army. So the Ice Hound is a very good option on defense. I highly recommend it. Next up, I'm gonna put the Electro Dragon in C tier for defense. It's pretty solid. The thing is, like, if you have a poison spell or a solid amount of air targeting troops, he's only gonna get like maybe 1 or 2 hits off on your army before he goes down. So can be very useful sometimes if your army has like if he locks onto the right stuff, like your heroes or some Valkyries or something, he can one shot those things. But overall, he goes down quite quickly and probably won't get too much damage off on your army. Um, because he's kind of slow with his attack speed, right? But also that lightning thing that he does when he dies can be situationally good if you have if you have an army with a lot of stuff with low health, right? But overall, pretty inconsistent. That's why I'm putting him in the C tier. Next up, the super minions, I'll put in B tier. They have a pretty unique ability, right, where they can fire off 6 shots before they start getting closer. So that's pretty unique, and they can do a lot of burst damage to your army. So they basically have a guaranteed damage output on your army, and that might be enough to take some of your dragons out, some of your root riders out, stuff like that if you're not careful. So they're a pretty consistent troop to have on defense. It's just if you know what you're doing, you can counter them. Matter of fact, I'll put them in the A tier. I think they deserve to be in A. Next up, so is that all the air? I believe that's all the air. Now, the ice golems, guys. So the ice golems, really good. Probably the number one troop to have on defense. So if you have a, I believe a town hall 13 and up, you have 45 housing space in your clan castle, so you can carry 3 ice golems, and that's 3 huge freezes that they're gonna do to the attacking army, right? And that's just absolutely massive sometimes, and can really turn your defensive game around. Um, if you guys aren't using them on defense, I highly recommend them. At the top level of Legends League, they're pretty much in at least maybe like 70% of defenses of bases use ice golems on defense. So I highly recommend them. Please give them a try if you haven't already. They are by far the best troop you could use on defense, at least for most bases. Next up, let's put the headhunters in B tier. Headhunters are sometimes sneakily good at taking out your heroes. However, they are very low health, and most of the time you can take them out quite easily. But sometimes there are certain armies which struggle against them. I remember back when I used root riders, I would have like a suicide king who would basically do a lot of damage with his giant gauntlet to one part of the base. And then like I just start attacking with my root riders. And I remember those headhunters in the clan castle would really put in the work on him. So to certain armies, headhunters might cause a problem, but in most of them, especially if you have a poison spell, they're gonna die quickly. And frankly, for most attacks, having headhunters in your clan castle is probably not great. However, they can be sneakily good, as I just said. Let's keep going. Let's put the furnace in S tier. Maybe it doesn't deserve S. Maybe you could put it in A. But from what I'm seeing so far, a lot of defenses in Legends League use Furnace. It is probably like the super minions. They're a consistent form of damage that you can have on defense. They are always gonna do some damage. Like even if you use a poison spell, guys, the furnace is still gonna put in some consistent damage towards attacking armies. So, um, I see them a lot. Once again, guys, this list is kind of based on popularity along with overall value. And I believe from what I've been seeing, Furnace probably deserves to be an S tier. Next, let's put the witches. So the witches, you could maybe put in S or A. I'm gonna put them in A tier. They're a little bit like the headhunters. They're better against some armies, but a lot worse against other ones. If you have a poison spell, they're very easy to take out. If you decide not to use a poison spell, they might be a little bit annoying. My army personally does not use poison spells, so I sometimes struggle against it. But more often than not, witches provide a solid amount of consistent damage. Consistency is very important on defense, and the consistent ability to spawn those skeletons can sometimes be a problem for armies. and that's why it's in the A tier. She can spawn an infinite amount of skeletons, which makes her so annoying to deal with sometimes. So I believe she deserves A tier. Let me know what you think, guys, of the list so far. Once again, this is my opinion and my opinion only. Yes, like I am in High Legends League, but you guys might have a different opinion, so let me know what you think down below. And the Valkyries, guys, the Valkyries, I'm gonna put them in B tier. They are a pretty solid choice for lower level town halls. Um, they're really good on offensive clan castles again, but defensively they're better against lower level town halls because they do a lot of damage, and people don't really have the as many tools as higher level town halls to be able to take them out efficiently or counter them. So I think B tier is good. As you guys progress, though, avoid Valkyries because you have better options. But if you're a low level town hall, let's say if you're like town hall 12 and below, Valkyries might be the top choice for you. Now let's keep going. Let's put the Electro Titan in B tier. A very solid choice. It's just it's like 32 housing space, I believe, which is a lot. So it's a big commitment to have an Electro Titan in your clan castle. However, that aura, if you don't deal with her quickly, that aura is gonna do a lot of damage to your army, and it might lock onto a hero. It might just do a lot of damage to some of your troops if you're not careful. But often than not, especially if you have a poison spell, she's not going to be able to survive too long and do a lot of damage. So I believe B tier is solid for her. Let me know what you guys think. Last but not least, let's put the archers. You could put the archers in S, maybe A tier though. I'll put them in A tier. Archers are a very solid choice as like a filler troop in your clan castle. Better than goblins or barbarians for the one housing space defense. Um, that range is very annoying sometimes because it lures in heroes, troops. They are oftentimes gonna stop attacking whatever they are attacking and then start punching a wall to try and destroy the archers, which can be very annoying at times. It really can disrupt the pathing of your troops if you're not careful. But also a solid option is to use all archers in your clan castle. Yes, they're very vulnerable to poison, but 55 archers for Town Hall 17 can sometimes be super annoying because it's just a consistent distraction for your army. But other than that, they're not really that popular to only use archers in your clan castle. But as a filler troop to whatever else you may be using, let's say if you have 50 housing space in your clan castle, 3 ice golems and 5 archers, right? That adds up to 50. So archers are the best filler troop to have in your clan castles, in my opinion, and that should always be your go-to if you need a few more housing space to fill up your clan castle. So let me know what you guys thought of this video of my ranking. Hopefully, I kind of agree with most of you guys. But let me know what you guys think down below. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I hope to see you soon. Have a wonderful rest of your day.